Some of my uncertainties in life. Number one. So, let me give this some of the context here. I wrote an exam a few days ago, and it went pretty bad to say the least, I guess. It was a bit worrying to say that it went average basically, and it made me a little bit worried about my future. I've in the past I've been a really straight A student basically. I used to be a straight A student, and I used to be called basically gifted kid syndrome, you could call it, I guess. I experienced it, and it makes me feel a little nervous about my future because since like 10th grade, my math has been falling and falling and falling a little bit by a little bit. And yeah, I had an exam a few years ago, and it was an important exam, and it didn't go as well as I wanted it to. I studied a lot. I also basically spent day and night studying, I guess. I prayed and all of that too at the same time. But in the end, it didn't pay off that much. I mean, it matters that I tried. It matters that I tried, of course. But yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I have told my parents that I wanted to pursue biomedical engineering. You know, eh, for helping people, like someone's hands get cut and or they're in an accident. I hope no one gets to experience that, but if someone does, then I'll be able to help them, restore their arm with a biomechanical arm or something. And basically being like, all hail the Omnisaya or something, I guess. And it will be kind of funny to, be like a cybernetic doctor and be able to tell people that basically turn people into cyborgs. Would be pretty cool. But that's what I told my parents, at least. I still think it's pretty cool, but it's not my passion, I guess. I want to help people, but my real self is my creative side, I guess. I want to help people, connect to, you know, people emotionally, I guess. Like, for example, through art, I guess, just through art and storytelling. I want to connect to people, to storytelling. I really love people, in general, like how many people are in this world and how many different ideas we have. It's a pretty cool thing, and I don't know what to do about it. Like, I want to be a writer or an author or some story writer of some kind, or like an artist, I guess. But I don't know what to do, like how do I get by doing it? Especially where I live, um, that kind of stuff is like not that much, appreciated. You either have to be an engineer or a doctor or, the traditional stuff. And it's kind of frustrating to me, a little bit frustrating, maybe a little more than a little frustrating. And yeah, I just, I wish like other professions were a bit more accepted in my place, especially, things like art and writing. People appreciate many artists here and many writers and stuff too, but in the end, it's all the things that make money. And money is important, but it is really important. I worry about it too. Like, if I pursue art and storytelling, it might take a lot of time for me to find me an audience. And I, basically, I want my father to retire early. Um, he told me that his job is a little bit unstable right now, so that is a little bit worrying too. So I gotta do what I can. I have not quit studying, by the way, just to let you know. But yeah, it kind of worries me. Like, with financial stability, I have to do that. But I mean, here's the thing. I'd love to try. I'd love to do it, but it's not paying off. Basically, it kind of is disappointing. Basically, And also I have some, I'm basically a hopeless romantic, I guess. Like, you know, I feel like, when I have a wife and all of that, I have lots of thoughts like that for some reason. Should I be thinking like that? I'm still basically just turning 18 this year, so I am not sure. Maybe I should, or maybe I shouldn't. I don't know though. But yeah, like if I have a wife and I have a family, and I want to be able to, fulfill all her, what do you call it, desires, and all of her needs and everything. And I want to be able to do that basically, and have a nice family, financially stable, happy, and you know, I don't want them to feel like they're missing anything. That's what I feel. And based on some past experiences, many past experiences from my father, it's a little bit, how should I say it, moggy in that area. I don't know how to pronounce it, or I don't know how to describe it, but my father is a little bit of a not nice guy, to say the least. Like, kinda did some stuff to my mom, emotionally damaged her a little bit, and it shows. But I mean, yeah, I've seen her, I've heard her say so many past stories of her, being such a cheerful little girl. She was a popular girl and all that. And then my father came, and her whole life is now not nice, to say the least. And kind of makes me sad. I, and I've made a decision to myself. I made an oath to myself basically that I'm never gonna be like him. I want to be different. Whenever I get compared that I look like my father a little bit, it kind of irks me. Like, what? I don't want to be him. I don't want to be like that guy. And yeah, I mean, I still respect him because he's my father. Uh, it's my personal choice that I have to respect him still, but I don't love him that much. So yeah, but I just want him to retire, soon, so that at least I can have some of the leadership in the house at least, so that I can provide for my mom more. I want her to feel happy in this world, and be a little more cheerful at least all the time, unlike how my father makes her feel. So yeah, enough of the stop story. Enough of the stop story. Sorry for that. And yeah, basically that's what my desire is. I want for people to be happy around me, and I have so many like stories in my head, so many ideas, so much, like there's plot points, there's in my story there's depth, and there's depths too. There's story, there's emotion, there's basically a shonen battle series. It has action, it has cool moments, badass moments, and all of that. And I really want to convey that to the world, and you know maybe they will like it. Who knows? Should I hold this closer to my mouth? I'm not sure. But yeah, that's how I feel, I guess. I really want the people of this world to know me. I want to be able to make an impact at least, but in my own way, like in a traditional, or not traditional, like in a more human way, I guess. And yeah, like I just wish that people were more accepting of these kind of as professions, and you know anyone could pursue whatever they wanted without needing to worry about this stuff. But I guess the world doesn't work like that. I guess. I'm starting to know because I'm gonna turning into an adult, and yeah. What else? Basically, it's that I also want to be able to make people happy and make them feel loved and cared for, because at least my environment made me like that. At least many people's environments shape them sometimes. It's nature versus nurture. Who knows though? In the end, it's what we are, what that defines us. Are we good to people? Especially, this is what I feel that she should define us. Not everything else. Like, are we good to people? Are we kind to people? Do we respect other people? Do we not hurt other people? Basically, it kind of falls under one umbrella. But basically, you just have to be a good person to be able to, be actually human, and to be actually be a respectable human. I mean, that's what I feel, at least. And sometimes people will be trash. actually trash. Sometimes people will be nice to you, sometimes people will be deceptive. And my heart goes out to anyone who has experienced such kind of stuff, especially my mom. But yeah, I have learned to, or should I say it, let them be, or at least tell them a little bit. And if they don't listen, I have done my job of trying to persuade them and to do something, make a better change at least, have a positive impact. And if they still don't change their ways, I guess it's, only time will, show them either the consequences or the benefits, who knows. And like, I just hope that, I pray that, maybe they will become a good person sometime. I will actually try to be nice to them. And if they're not nice to me, who cares? I am a nice person myself. Who cares if they're bad? I kind of feel like Thorfinn saying I have no enemies right now, but basically, that's my philosophy, at least in life. Let me know if you agree with that. I don't know. But if, of course, if people pass boundaries, you have to be, protective of your self care, and basically you have to be respectable as a person. You don't have to lose your self respect, which I had a lot of problems with a little bit. Is this getting a bit too long? Maybe it's getting a bit too long, but basically, I'm at a crossroads or in a mess in my life, I guess. I don't know what's gonna happen. And yeah, just I'm just gonna try to be a positive person and never I've and help people in every possible way. I I feel like kindness is the answer to most problems, at least in this world. And that's pretty much it, I guess. And also, oh yeah, I wanted to say about this stuff too. Like, there's some very cool experience that I've never had in my life. Like, I kind of think about this like a lot. Like, I've never been to anything like a prom, and I've never, experienced some such kind of parties and all of that. I wonder how they feel like. And there's so many people in my class too who have like relationships and stuff with people. And um, I go to an all boys school, by the way, so, or college, you could say. So like, they have some secret relationships, which kind of makes me feel like, oh my goodness, they're actually doing this. I wonder how it feels, and I wonder if their, you know, relationship is genuine or not. The way they talk about it is kind of jokey, but I don't know. Sometimes people shave themselves for the homies, I guess. And basically, I want to experience that maybe, when I get married, because dating is not allowed for me. And I don't want to fall into that kind of stuff right now too, because it will be very distracting. And heartbreak is a really bad thing that drives people to do some crazy stuff. Hmm. But just I'm interested in learning how it feels. Butterflies in your stomach. You see the person everywhere you go. It's pretty cool. You know, I want to experience that. And whenever I get into a relationship, maybe, or when I get married, basically, I'm gonna treat her like a queen, or better than whatever my father does. I want. I am basically that kind of person, I guess. And I just wanted to convey that, some thoughts on my mind, some stuff that basically how I am. And I guess you liked listening to me, and that's pretty much it, I guess. So bye bye. So meet again, maybe in another video. So yeah, bye bye.